Welcome back. Well, in consumer news, it's only once you have mastered the various potholes of traveling with children that they cruelly switch up. From long-haul baby sleeping tips to hotel booking strategies, our friends at Gerber has what you need to know. Traveling with a baby or toddler can be daunting for any parent, especially during the holidays. Even the most experienced travelers stress about their first time on a flight with a little one. Dr. Whitney Caceres, Gerber pediatric consultant and pediatrician, wants parents to know that they can and should take that long-planned holiday road trip with a toddler. Welcome to the show, doctor.
Thank you for having me.
Now, how do I know my child is old enough to travel?
Most babies are ready to travel at about 6 weeks of age to 2 months, but check specifically with your child's pediatrician. Usually it lands right after they've had their first set of vaccines.
What nutritious, mess-free meals and snacks do you recommend caregivers include for a road trip, airplane, or train ride?
Yes, wholesome meals and snacks are a must when you're traveling with your little one, especially for the littlest of little ones. And so when your child is developmentally ready, depending on their age and stage for solid foods, my favorites are Gerber Puffs because they're made with whole grains and contain essential vitamins and nutrients, and Gerber pouches made with real fruit like superfoods blueberries. So these allow you to feed your baby nutritious, delicious foods, but without all the preparation, with as little mess as possible. One really important thing to remember is that your baby needs to be seated, be supervised, be in a safe place when they're eating to prevent any choking hazards.
Now, what toys do you recommend for consoling infants and toddlers?
For the littlest babies, I really like rattles and teethers because they're easy to clean and they're also nice and compact, so they're easy to pack into your travel bag. And then for older kiddos, I like plushies or loveys because these can provide some of the comforts of home, and they can help also when ear pressure increases a little bit on the ascent or on the descent on a plane. These can help them to have a little bit more comfort as they're on that travel.
How can I manage my little one's sleep schedule and feeding routine during travel?
Yes, absolutely. Routine really matters. And at the same time, we know that travel means you're going to be out of your routine a little bit. So, first things first, set your expectations accordingly that it's not going to be absolutely perfect. But there are a couple things you can do. Number one, for sleep, try to make sure that your child is sleeping at the same time, waking up at the same time whenever possible. If you're planning on having them sleep in a portable play crib, you can have them rest there for a couple nights ahead of your trip, so that way they're used to the environment. And things like white noise machines can be helpful as well. When it comes to feeding, you want to feed your child at regular intervals throughout the day, and you want to make sure that those options are things like Gerber provides lots of snacks and meals that have good proteins, iron-rich foods, whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, really trying to continue feeding the rainbow, but feeding foods that your child is accustomed to, because it can be disorienting a little bit on a trip. And I love that Gerber actually has an entire site that is devoted to helping parents and not just understand what the feeding needs are of their children, but also to help with any other parenting queries that they may have. It's called gerber.com/parent talk.
And where can we go to find out more information?
Absolutely. It's gerber.com/parent talk.
Thank you so much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.